Good evening. A fireman once said, "Fire is the greatest serial killer of all time. And if a fire has begun in your home, it's too late to be asking, what should I do?" Did you know that it doesn't matter if your home is a one-room bungalow or a luxury apartment? The risk of death in a fire is the same. And firefighters tell us that to survive, you need to understand the force that is a burning building. That's just what we're going to show you tonight. Jay Shadler takes you inside a home on fire to show you how you and your children can get out alive.
Responding 2210.
Every 16 seconds, somewhere in the United States, there is the sound of panic.
I don't know, the house is on fire!
And firefighters roll out to battle their old enemy. It is a trickster, sometimes wearing flashes of flames, more often a cloak of black poison.
911, do you have an emergency? Oh my God, there's smoke going everywhere! Oh, ma'am, is it a fire? Yes! Okay, get everybody out, okay?
Smoke was the killer 2 years ago on Las Olas Boulevard in Fort Lauderdale. A front porch fire sucked clouds of smoke into an upstairs hall, trapping 2 young girls in a back bedroom.
Oh, please. Oh, please.
Neither their mother's cries nor the heroics of firefighters could save the girls. It was too late for that. 6-year-old Alexandria Eisenberg and her 4-year-old sister Nicole died of smoke inhalation. The blackened outline of their bodies, still clutching their stuffed animals, remains on the bedroom floor.
The sad truth is those 2 children should be alive today and playing in this yard. Firefighters found 2 smoke detectors, one without batteries, the other not working. And 2 simple safety rules might also have saved the girls' lives. First, they should have been taught an escape route. They would have known to come out the back window onto the roof of the porch. And second, look back through that window. A bedroom door is in the corner. That door should have been shut. It would have kept out the toxic fumes that eventually killed them.
Smoke is the real killer. Not many people die from direct fire contact. Most people die from the smoke. It's quiet and it's deadly.
Battalion Chief Steve McInerney was on duty the night of the Las Olas fire. 16 years of firefighting have taught him that his nemesis plays no favorites. It comes to rich neighborhoods and poor, feeds on almost anything in your home, breathes oxygen, and exhales poison.
I think that we're seeing more of that in the country because we have such an increase in plastics and hydrocarbons. Plastics are derivative of petroleum products. And so we reach a much higher temperature inside the ordinary house. Everything is given off a gas, and as it heats up, then everything bursts into flames like that, and you have complete incineration.
And yet the simplest precautions can save a life. Primetime, in cooperation with Fort Lauderdale Fire Rescue, is going to try to help you save yours by showing the pictures no one sees, watching a fire from the inside out. This single-family home was scheduled to be demolished, but instead it's going to burn. 15 video cameras have been brought in to record the events.
And 9 of those cameras we have positioned inside the house, some near the ceiling, some near the floor. If you're escaping a fire, remember this: stay low, because while the temperature at ground level can be more than 100 degrees, if you stand up, at eye level, the temperature can reach 800 degrees. And just a foot above my head, it can be up to 2,000 degrees. We also have a couple of cameras in the kitchen, which, by the way, is where most home fires begin. These 2 cameras are in a fireproof box with a clear view of the living room where the fire should begin.
One smoke detector is placed on the living room wall, another in a backroom nursery. Drapes, furniture, and appliances, including a fan for ventilation, have all been brought in to replicate a typical home.
And perhaps like your own home, this one has 2 bedrooms. You might imagine the parents sleeping in this room. We're going to close the door, see if the fire passes through here. Now, just down the hall, about 12 feet away, is the child's room. This door we'll leave open. We don't expect the flames to reach here, but as we know, smoke and heat can be just as deadly.
One other thing to be aware of, Chief McInerney's going to be inside.
Crews on the Rescue B shift have been brought in to make sure the fire is controlled and neighborhood property protected.
And now the trigger for this fire. One of the most common causes, the cigarette, dropped in a bed or a couch or in a waste paper basket. And that is how this fire is going to start.
And it begins so slowly, so silently, as if the fire knows to wait until you're asleep.
This thing has been smoldering for 15, 20 minutes now.
And this smoke is enough here to deaden your senses.
I can't believe how much smoke is in there already, and the smoke alarm has not gone off.
30 minutes pass while the ashes continue to smolder. 30 minutes of silence from the smoke detectors. But when the change comes, it comes swiftly. In a matter of seconds, smoldering turns to sparks, and sparks become flames.